a phone screen glowing in the dark, a finger about to tap. 0 to $1 million. The exact psychological shifts nobody warns you about. $127. That is your balance, not your savings, your balance. You cheek it at 11:47 at night, then again at 11:48. The number doesn't change. You have $31,000 in student loans, $4,200 on a credit card, and a paycheck that lands on Friday, already spent before it arrives. You are 24 years old. You are not behind. You tell yourself you are not behind. But every grocery run is a calculation. You put the good oil back, you buy the store brand. This is what zero feels like. Not dramatic, not cinematic, just a low, constant hum underneath everything. You do not talk about money. Nobody does at this level, but everybody is doing the same math. This is where most people stay. Not because they are not smart, but because at zero, your relationship with money is entirely emotional. Rule number 1, at zero, money is not a tool. Money is the air. Either you have enough or you are already suffocating. Then you get a raise, not a big one. $300 a month extra. You feel rich for one afternoon. Then the car needs $900 in repairs. Expenses expand to meet whatever space you give them. You pay off the smallest card. You screenshot the zero balance. You send it to nobody, because for the first time, a number moved in the right direction because of a decision you made. You crossed $10,000 in savings for the first time. You're 26. You check the balance constantly that first week, not from anxiety, from disbelief. You start reading, not motivation, actual books about how money moves. You open a brokerage account. You stare at it for 3 weeks before putting anything in. Continuing in next batch, you invest $1,500. The market dips the next day. You almost pull it out. You do not pull it out. This is the moment you decide whether fear runs your decisions or you do. The shift. You stop thinking about money as safety. You start thinking about money as information. You are making $68,000 a year. You have $40,000 saved. Then you sit down and run the numbers honestly, all the way out. You type the projection into a spreadsheet at midnight, and something shifts in your chest, because the number at the end is not what you thought it was. It is fine. It is enough. It is not what you want. Rule number 2, salary is a ceiling dressed up as a floor. The moment you see it clearly, you cannot unsee it. You start a side project. You do not call it a business. It is just a thing you do on weekends. It makes $400 a month, then $900, then $1,700. You eat the same lunches. You do not upgrade anything. You reinvest everything back for 14 months. Your net worth crosses $80,000. Then $110,000. Your investments return $3,800 in a single year without you doing anything. You have had months where your side income was higher than your paycheck. You know what an asset is now. Not theoretically, physically. Something you built or bought that earns while you sleep. Your relationship with time changes. Every hour spent on something that does not compound is an hour the machine is not running. You cross $150,000 in net worth, you are 32. You have a rental property with $44,000 in equity. A brokerage account at $61,000. A business generating $6,000 a month. You still drive the same car. You do not tell people about any of this. You start saying no to things that used to be automatic yeses. A destination wedding, a group holiday, a business pitch from a friend who does not understand cash flow? No, no, no. You feel the friction in the relationships. You stay quiet. You say no anyway. The shift. You stop spending money to maintain relationships. You start protecting capital to build options. At $300,000, your money starts to have a personality. It has preferences. One investment returns $22,000 in 8 months. One loses $9,400. You do not panic about the loss. You understand now. This is the cost of being in the game. You do not pull back. You reposition. Rule number 3. Below $500,000, you are still buying assets. Above it, assets start buying each other. You are close. You can feel it the way you feel a room before you walk into it. 670,000, 810,000. You restructured the business twice, exited one investment, rolled the proceeds into something bigger. You are 36. Your net worth is $920,000. You stop sleeping as well as you used to, not from stress, from intensity. You turned down a job offer that would have paid $210,000 a year. Your parents do not understand. You tell them it did not feel right. Then it happens. A Tuesday. Nothing ceremonial about it. Your brokerage updates. The number is $1 million. You sit with it for a moment. You thought you would feel different. There is a quiet satisfaction. And then, almost immediately, it is not enough. Not in a frantic way. In a clear, practical way. $1 million at 4% return is $40,000 a year. That is not freedom. That is a starting point. The identity crisis is not that you are not happy. It is that happiness was never the point, and you are only just admitting that to yourself. The shift. The millionaire arrives and realizes the milestone was never the destination. It was the proof of concept. You stop going to events you used to attend to feel connected. Startup meetups, finance seminars, networking happy hours where everyone talks about what they are building and nobody talks about what it costs them. You do not have contempt for it. You just do not need it. You are building something now that exists in a different conversation. That conversation happens in smaller rooms with fewer people and no name badges. Rule number 4. Wealth is not what you accumulate. It is what you no longer have to do. And somewhere in this city right now, there is a 24-year-old opening a banking app for the first time. His balance is $127. He is doing the math that does not work. He thinks this is a story about money. He thinks if he just makes more of it, something will resolve. He does not know yet what has to resolve. He does not know what it will cost, not in dollars, in distance, in the gap that opens between who you are at the beginning and who you have to become to reach the end. The machine does not ask if you are ready. It does not ask if the trade is worth it. It opens every morning, and whoever shows up consistently, patiently, without flinching, without stopping to ask the question everyone else is asking, they compound. The money compounds, and so does everything else. The balance is $127. It always starts there. It always will. If this changed the way you think about money, you already know what to do next. Subscribe and come back tomorrow. The machine is already running.